Yo, what's good guys? This is Anthony from Avant Samples, and I'm very excited to be presenting this supercut episode from Calcium's Dubstep Producer's Guide. This free episode is a supercut from Calcium's full Dubstep Producer's Guide, where he writes an entire track from start to finish and teaches you everything along the way. Not only will you be able to learn how Calcium writes an entire track, but you'll also get an entire sound design episode where Calcium will teach you how he designs his most iconic sounds. This is the longest course we've put out to date, and all the information included will be an absolute game changer for any bass music or dubstep producer of any level. If you enjoy this free preview episode, I know you'll love the entire course, and you can get it now below, along with Calcium's debut sample pack, which is absolutely insane. So now let's hop over to Calcium's perspective and get this free episode started.
All right, welcome back. Welcome to level 7. I mean episode 7. Welcome to episode 7. In this episode, basically we're just gonna be breaking down a second drop, creating it from scratch. Once again, we're gonna take tons of elements from the first drop and apply it to the second drop. And we're gonna add some new stuff in there, make it a bit different, maybe take some of the sound design technique stuff that we did in the earlier lessons and apply it to this drop specifically. So first thing right off the bat, what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and throw the same drums in there with the side chain. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy all the drums from the first drop here with the side chain. I'll probably just do 4 measures. I'm gonna try and just maybe switch it up, put a snare there instead of the kick and clap. See if we could do some cool kick snare pattern stuff instead, or maybe even kick clap. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's do kick snare to start. So listening to the pre-drop going into this. Cool. So in the second drop, you can either do no late drop, or you could do another four measure late drop or something like that. But I think for this one, I think the strat here to be a 2 measure late drop, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 measures of the drop itself, and then we go into a second 2 measure late drop in 6 measures of a drop, and then that will be the drop. That is what my head is telling me to do. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back here. Just getting this pre-drop, or this whole structure set up is kind of tedious, but it's okay. It'll be all right. So I'm just getting rid of all these miscellaneous audio files here. Don't want it interfering with the mix or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the kick on the initial hit. Yeah, something like that. There, and then there as well. Maybe even throw the vocal going into the other second drop. And then for the tail here as well. Cool. So I'm gonna save my ears there and just put the loop over there. And I see we have a no hi-hat here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just put the hi-hats back in place. Just like that. Just doing some basic cleanup work, getting this prepped for us to start messing around with basses and stuff like that. Just makes the process go by a lot faster when you have this stuff already pre-set up versus like going one by one and stuff like that. I think coming up with a structure for the second drop first is most important than just going with the flow. I mean, you can go with the flow, but efficiency wise, you would most likely want to do a structure first. So in this case, we have a 4-bar late drop, 4 measure late drop into 16 measures of a drop. And then we have 8 measures of a break, 8 measures of a build-up, 2 measure fake out, 6 measures of a drop, another 2 measure break fake out, and then another 6 measures of a drop, and then break. Next thing moving forward is I'd probably just get the effects going, the drop effects going. For this, you can probably just do the same stuff. I don't think it just helps with keeping the mood of the drop. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these little saw wave stabs that we have here just in the structure format of this drop. So probably gonna have one there on 1. So find these notes again. There we go. So hit it on 1 like this. Probably something like that. Okay, and so instead of having brass doing some melody work in the drop For this one, I'm probably gonna go just having the brass hit with the same saw waves here. So, but I'm only gonna have the brass hit on one here, and then we're gonna skip it here, just so we can have that room for that extra part of the drop. Next up, add the siren effects. Yeah, so I don't want the siren on the late drop, so I'm gonna get rid of that, and we're just gonna have it playing 3 times each time. Get these sweeps in here too, why not? Just save the time. The sweep will come on the B section here, so this sweep will come in like this, like that, and then it'll cut. And then go ahead and add another sweep, just like that. This again is, the sweeps are there for the lead, to guide you through the song, pretty much. All right, next up, vocals. We can add the chants back in there as well. Cool, now that we have this little skeleton of a second drop, we can start finally going into messing around with bass noises. And one thing I wanted to do is really use these bass sounds that I made in the sound design session. So I'm gonna go through these again and just listen to what we got. Cool. What if we just took this whole thing and put it right here? See if anything happens. I mean, with some post-processing, I think we can really turn these into some crazy basses. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one that I like for now. Ooh, I think this one will probably be all right. We can get definitely some cool sounds out of that. I'm gonna go ahead and shorten that, bring it back, and I'm just gonna have it hit on one for now. And then maybe right here. And then my idea was I was gonna go back and forth with some sounds on this. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and place these here like this. Cool, and then for this one, we could have a different noise going to create some variation. Yeah, just like that. But then obviously, yeah, we gotta fix up this sound, make it a little more on grid, less delayed, and then do the same thing all the way across, just like that. Okay, cool. Now that we have that, we can start filling up all this extra space. Okay, what can we do to this? Maybe add the sustain back in there too. Maybe we get rid of this note here. And then with the drums, we can do some sort of like kick snare thing with like a triplet like that. Maybe like that. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that would be cool. Why not? And make sure when you're doing stuff like that, you want to make sure that your sidechain trigger is hitting on that kick too, because if you have sub bass, you get a little wonky when you got a kick with so much low end pumping through it without a sidechain. Cool, go ahead and do that. And then we'll go ahead and rinse repeat, but maybe with this variation of the synth. Right here, bop, 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 and then we would just rinse, repeat this drum pattern. Cool. Just creating some sort of like different structure instead of just kick, snare, you know, it's pretty repetitive. It's fun to have the little filler kicks and ghost notes and stuff like that to really add some groove and drive to your drums and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So now idea is getting there. Obviously still super empty. I'm gonna start messing around with some of these filler basses, maybe get like another bass going in using one of my loops, my subless loops in here. So let's go ahead and find one from a subless loop, bass loops, subless loops. Let's just start playing around with them. If I were to play around with this one, I would have to get rid of this. So let's just go ahead and that would be a really cool fill, actually. Probably right here. Yeah, so I'll leave that in there just for the sake of it being a cool fill. But we'll go ahead and bring this serum patch back. Maybe something like that. Nah. Anthem. Yeah, that'd be a nice little addition underneath there. And before I do anything, let's go ahead and just cut out this sub so we can add a sub in later. And then maybe for this B section as well, we can go back to this little blippy thingy that we made with the synth plant stuff in the sound design session. Take one of the notes. If you can create another flow, that in the B section, maybe something like some eighth notes, but swing delayed maybe a little bit. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Just coming up with some sort of rhythm in my head right now. Something like that. And then like take the triplet, put it right here. Da 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 da. Just go back to that. So yeah. Cool. But yeah, we still don't have a sub bass on here. I'm thinking I'll probably just make a new sub bass because why not? Maybe you can have it follow this serum here, this sustain. Maybe we could take the same sub file here and reuse it, but not do quarter notes. Maybe something like this. Yeah. Okay, I'm realizing too that this kick probably shouldn't be there. Maybe it can be on the last one, just because I might fill that with more stuff, and I don't want a kick laying over that with the side chain and kind of taking away from those elements. And then maybe take out the hat instead. So yeah, I really like this section already. It's already kind of coming together on this B section here. Let's see what we can do with the A section. If there's anything cool that we can find in these loops here. Maybe. What can we do? All right, I think we could make a new sound here in this instance. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up a serum patch, or not a patch, a initial patch, and see if we can cook something to fill. Something tonal I'm feeling. So I'm gonna go ahead, and it needs to be kind of plucky, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up serum here and just see if we can cook some sort of comb filter pluck. So in my head, everything, I should probably do the basic serum patch stuff, random down, mess around with this LFO here, put the LFO on the level, already getting some sort of pluck thing. We'll put this on envelope. Or for the, we'll do LFO. Already getting a pluck sound going here. I'm gonna go ahead and go into tables here. Maybe see if we can find something from the Massive X tables. Maybe like this. Yeah, something like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and go into filter, select comb filter. I'm gonna go ahead and just adjust the cutoff again because we're trying to find some cool frequencies within here. Cool, I'm gonna go ahead and put this, drag this envelope out a little more so that when we're tapping, we end up adjusting this LFO, it's not gonna matter that much. All right, cool. So next up, hop into effects, immediately put on another filter. Let's do comb filter again. Comb filter, we'll get compressor, multiband dynamics in there. Cool, I just went an octave down. Adjusting the threshold to bring up the volume. Go ahead and bring this band down, even though it's not gonna matter that much. Gonna go ahead and put EQ 8, completely cut out that low end. We're not gonna need the low end for this part because we're already pumping the low end from the sub here, so. Cool, and now we're gonna go ahead and go into LFO 2, kind of make a slope upwards, maybe slope upwards, or we'll switch back and forth to see what it sounds like, and go ahead and apply that on the cutoff and put it on envelope. Trying to get like a nice little twang sound. Okay, next up, distortion. Obviously, gotta get the hard clip going. Probably won't do this thing because it's a pluck. So I'm just gonna leave that off. Turn the drive up a bit. Kind of bring that out a little more. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring this all the way down. Next up, what we should probably do here is mess around with the wavetable, of course. I'm gonna keep that there, but I'm gonna put a mod wheel on it so that we're not messing around with the actual wavetable position without ruining the sweet spot that we have here, so. Cool, that sounds great already. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a reverb on here just to fill up some space. Turn down the size a bit, turn on the decay a bit. I don't want it too long, I just kinda want it a little bit tight. So where were we? I was playing around with the macro here, trying to find a nice little sweet spot. And if I didn't like it, then obviously I just put it back down to 0 and we're back to, you know, the sweet spot that we had before. Okay, so now we're gonna go into a little bit of post-processing. I'm just gonna throw an EQ 8 on here and just do a hard cut on the second band because I just kinda wanna eliminate all that low end. Maybe throw echo boat or something like that on there. But I think for this, we're gonna do MIDI, change it to D3. Oh yeah, we gotta turn that back up. Turn this up because down, when you're doing little pluck things, sometimes the down sideband just doesn't sound too good. Maybe throw some delay in there, get a little more twang going. So the smear, when you have the mix all the way up, it kind of like smooths out that transient. Which sometimes can be good, sometimes can be bad. So yeah, I'm gonna try D2, and then we're just... So yeah, that's not even present in the mix right now. So I'm thinking for this fill too, I could probably use this bass for this fill and just do some sort of like off-grid thing that kind of like... Obviously we want all the notes to kind of be similar-ish, so do that. Yeah, something like this, maybe. Maybe a little more delay on it. Maybe even do like a little a little flam. Maybe delay that a bit more. Yeah, something like that. And then maybe for this part we could do a little more cut to grid and just do triplets and eighth notes, and then maybe delay this last note just a bit. Maybe this one as well. Maybe bring these all back, just delay them a little bit, just to space it out a little bit. And then maybe right here with this little anthem chug guy that I got, we can take this note and then just do like some quarter notes, maybe create a little pattern flow or something like that with it. Maybe just have a different variation here. Do something like this. Some nice little triplets. I kind of want it a little more choppy. So yeah, this whole 2-measure section here is going to be the leader into the second fake out. So it's important that this part is a little bit different and has probably some sort of melodic element into it, because if we're doing any sort of melodic element in the late drop, you kind of want to have it follow up in these last 2 measures here when you're doing this exact structure. Which we don't have anything going for the late drop yet, but that's all right. That's all right. We will get to that once we get a drop idea going. Okay, so back to the first initial hit of the drop. Let's see what we can do to really bring this thing to life. Maybe even introduce these sounds in there. Maybe just have these notes hitting on 1 instead. Maybe even put some of these 8th notes in here. Maybe even do 1/8 note with this sound. Yeah, happy accident. That actually flows super well with that, and it was just because I accidentally half-timed it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open up another serum here, and I'm just gonna mess around with some of my bass patches and see if there's a cool sound that we can throw in there to be underneath it. So I'm just gonna start going through. Oh yeah, we have echo bow down, that's why. That would be a cool addition, just have the little Mega Punch synth right there. Why not? Why not? Maybe have it hit. Cool. To save CPU space, I'm gonna go ahead and freeze and flatten the Mega Punch sustain, and then I'm gonna open up another instance of Serum and keep working on another bass to go underneath this these quarter notes here. The Hypno Beam bass, maybe? Nah, not the Hypno Beam. Okay, so I found this sound, and I feel like we could probably do some sort of melody thing, kind of leading back in from the first drop. Bum, bum, bum. And then do that, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these triplets here, or these eighth notes here, and just. So yeah, I'm gonna keep adding elements here to this late drop. Maybe some of these guys. Maybe make them more choppy. Or even better yet, we can add. Maybe just add. And that, and then okay, I think I have an idea too. What if we duplicate this, completely get rid of all that, right? Make sure that wasn't deleting nothing there. Important, okay, we weren't. Go here, put this here. So listen to this one serum patch that I made with the leads. It's the brassy wubs. Reverb on that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just checking the low end here and seeing if it would sound good with that low end. And it kind of does. Okay, now we need a first initial hit in here as well. There's just none. We have this one sound, but that's not gonna carry this. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a new audio file here. File audio channel here. And add a one shot. See if we can find one. That might be good. This one might be good. Maybe cut the tail a little bit, bring it down. Go ahead and throw a side chain on there. Okay, so moving forward here, I kind of want to dive back into the drop. Okay, definitely need some more vocal action going on. I remember earlier in these sessions, I recorded myself going, yeah. I feel like that'd be real cool to just kind of have in that little flow that we created. Like, so I'm just kind of finding a position for it right now. Seeing what fits, what doesn't. Yeah, probably right about here. Maybe even. All right, cool. Maybe bring up the booth rack a little bit, and then we're gonna do one thing to it that will make it sound real cool, and that is to put kilohertz ensemble on there. Ensemble. I say ensemble because I'm just reading the actual word in my head instead of the actual pronunciation. So we're gonna go down to the heavy detune. It's just such a classic thing that I use on most vocals when I'm trying to have it be in the mix but not be super dry. So this kind of just like puts it in the background. And then now moving on to the second half of the drop, I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate all this brass work that we did and just throw it there, but we're gonna pitch up some stuff in octaves. So first of all, this one for sure. Maybe even just do it for both. Maybe make a stack. Might be it. Yeah, I kind of want them both like that. All right, let's go ahead and add all the extra jazz that we did there. I guess what we could do here is actually just take this, copy this whole section over, and then just work from there. I kind of want to scratch that and then maybe do it, but with all the other elements that we've done already. And it's just kind of a pain to just kind of put everything else over there when you could just delete and copy and paste. Maybe now we go even an octave even higher. Let's go ahead and bring everything up an octave. Okay, so in the B section, this is where I typically would just take out the snare. It's just for variation purposes, just keeps the listener intrigued. All right, cool. So now all that's left to do with this second drop is create some more variation with the sounds, change up the sounds a little bit, and then apply the little blips and bleep bloops from the first drop in there. And I think we have a second drop. I think we are cooking. Let's see. So first things first, let's do some variation work with the sustain, do the piss knob, go to knob, shut up piss. Cool. And now to create variation with these chuggy wuggies here, I'm gonna go ahead and use maybe Echo Bode, the goat. Maybe do the rhythm technique with the sync that I've already taught like 7 times, but I'm gonna teach it again. You just put the sync, turn on sync here, and then put the mix to 50. So I'm just kind of comparing different rhythms here. I kind of like that, but I want the 8th notes to be 4th notes. And then these can also be like triplet 4th notes. Do that for each one, see how it sounds. I think for this part, instead of the Mega Punch sustain, we can actually go back to the first drop and grab the main hit sound and use that instead maybe. And then do some automation with the turn me thing, because I remember this was making some weird noises. Yeah. And then maybe bring back this little ghost note there instead. And maybe do. Oh yeah, so now that that Mega Punch sustain is gone, that little pocket's there, and I kind of have an idea with this, the bleep bloop sound that we made. This guy right here can go there. That is a bit much going on here. I kind of have an idea though. If we duplicate this, get rid of it all right there so it's not interfering, delete that. And then if we put this plugin called M Transformer on there by Melda Productions, just Transformer, I'm pretty sure it's called. Let me slap that on there. Go ahead and save. That was weird. I don't know why it didn't load. I got scared, so I saved. So it's default. We can really kind of take away all that extra bullshit with this. I only learned a few things about this plugin, so I still don't know its full potential. I just know that when you use this thing in the level and the transform, you can get some real cool, crazy sounds. So let's go ahead and play around with this guy here. So yeah, when you do that, it kind of takes away all the sound and just kind of leaves you with some sub bass. So I was going to turn that. It's kind of cool. Maybe put some more. Yeah, this is kind of turning something completely different. That's really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and automate that and see if that works. I hope it does. I think honestly, we can leave this part the same and then just have it pitched down. Yeah, what if we put another M transformer in there? I wonder what happened if we just kind of did this. Oh, that is, nope, not what we wanted to do. Default level. Yeah, it kind of brings that out a little more maybe. What if we did EQ 8 before it? Drop that low end a little bit. Yeah, we're getting real spectral now. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze and flatten this. Check out what it looks like. Cool, cool. Cool. Now to wrap things up with the second drop, I'm just gonna go ahead and add all these little glitches and stuff like that into those places where I think it might make sense. Yeah, definitely there. Ah, yes, we forgot to take off echo mode in that first half because we only want it in the first, we only want it in the second half. So do the device on, off, automate there. Where's that sequence? It was right here. Maybe just that. And then maybe get rid of that noise. Yeah, something like that. And then grab this noise maybe. Then maybe go ahead and take a little blip from here like that. Do some glitch effect stuff like rain. Kind of feel that. And then rinse, repeat. Yeah, that definitely needs to be, yeah, like that. Then maybe take this little guy here, put him right there. No. Maybe like right here. Cool. All right, last little bit here is the breakdown, the last final break of this, and it usually lasts about, I want to say, no longer than 8 measures for me personally. And it's usually just the intro combined with the break without any drums. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste the intro here. And the break, I'm gonna take some elements from there. Maybe we'll take this vocal. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add a locator and say outro. Yeah, then go ahead and get rid of those intro drums that come in. And then, last but not least, the free space here. Put that right here. And then, yeah, have this last note come in right here. End off with the bell that started it all. And yeah, from there, that is your outro. About 2 minutes and 33 seconds. That is a perfect length of a song. Cool. All right, I think we got an entire song here. Let's go ahead and listen to it from start to finish. And then tomorrow, on the final episode, when we're doing the mix and mastering, I will touch up any little thing that I think needs to be touched up. I mean, I think there's a lot of mix down issues in here that I'm gonna resolve tomorrow in the mix and mastering section, but I think for now, this sounds really good without any of that stuff. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna break down all of the mix and mastering techniques that I use, and I'm going to apply all of them to this stuff. So yeah, see you tomorrow.